Well, good morning from Epcot. We are here today to do our annual pass holder preview of Moana Journey of Water. Now, a little bit of a spoiler alert, I already did walk through it. When I came in this morning, it was raining and I wasn't able to film this intro. And we did walk through the entire thing in the rain, but I kind of see that that was fitting, that we walk through Journey of Water while it's raining. We're also going to be trying the Oswald treat today, meeting Figment, as well as this new nitro chocolate pop thing that came around for the festival, and just checking in on some of the Epcot construction and having a great Epcot day. So let's jump into it. So it's raining and it's raining pretty good. So we're gonna do our best to walk through this today. Now everything here is themed to the water cycle. And look how pretty as soon as you walk in. So our first thing is very fitting, rain. It is raining really good right now, so I think that's very fitting. The first thing we walk to is rain, and it says our cycle begins. Okay, so first thing, watch for familiar shapes in the rocks. I know there's a bunch of characters from Moana throughout this. So we've got some steam, which would be really nice on a hot day if it wasn't pouring down the rain today. There is musical water that has sensors, and as you put your hand under it, it makes noise. That is so cool. So cool. It says, touch the springs of water. I feel like if you stood there long enough, you could probably figure out how to play a song on that. That's really cool. All throughout all of this, so many beautiful flowers. They really put some awesome stuff into this just to make it very immersive. Like, I really feel like I'm in actually an animal kingdom, not that I'm in Epcot. Next thing that we're headed to is Stream. It's still raining, as you guys can see. There's actually a really pretty view from here of Spaceship Earth. I think it's very fitting that we've come to see the Moana Journey of Water while it is pouring down the rain. So we've got a little bit more of some education up here about the stream and traveling together as rain runs over the ground and trickles, water comes through to make a new stream. Challenge your family to see how many times a day you can do something to protect water. Okay, so it says stand over this symbol and wave at the water in front of you. Oh, it's really high when I wave high. That's cool. If you wave low, it goes low. See if I go high again. Oh, it doesn't want to go high. Oh, it kind of is. That's so cool. So what I really like about how they've done that is there's multiple spots to do it. So multiple families can take a turn and try each one of the effects. Next, we've got the wetland, and boy, is it a wetland here. Now there's a wet path and a dry path. And it says this side is the dry path, and we're gonna go the dry path now because it is pouring down the rain. You kind of should see over there what's the wet path. Let's go back around. Okay, so that was the dry path we just went through, but there is a wet path. Okay, I see what the wet path is. There's water running across the ground right here, which on a non-rainy day you would be able to see a lot better, but it is pouring down the rain today, so you can't really tell that it's there. Next up, we've got Spring, which is a hidden depth. Moving underground, water fills through sand and gravel and cracks in the stone, becoming cleaner as it grows. It is raining so much that it is actually leaking through some of the covers here. We're gonna look for that symbol again. It kind of looks like that's the symbol they've used. We're gonna put our hand through here and see. Oh, there it goes. Oh, that's so cool. Let's see how high can it go. Oh, it's getting my feet wet. It's getting my feet wet. Okay, let it go back down. See it again. I wonder how high it would go, like depending on how tall you are. That's so cool. So the next place we're going to is the land. And it talks about how the land is shaped by water. Not all parts of the water cycle are wet. The land itself is a big part of the journey. All of this is so well themed. Like, this isn't even part of like the actual, interactive pieces. It's just little waterfalls and little bodies of water. This is absolutely beautiful through there, and we can kind of see through the trees and through some of the bushes Te on the other side. Make sure to be on the lookout for these little symbols, because that is what's going to tell you it's an interactive feature. So we got a couple different options here at the land. We have the dry path that just kind of sends you through, but we've got a wet path that we're going to try to go through. If you move slowly, this waterfall might open for you. So coming from the top, there's a waterfall coming down, and it says if we walk really slow with the camera. Oh, it opened for us. So there are restrooms here inside of the journey, which is really nice if you come in here with kids and they need to change clothes or they just need to use the bathroom. I like that you won't have to leave the experience for that. Our next stop is going to be Lake, and there's quite the backup of people because this is where Te is. And boy, does she look beautiful up there. As you can tell on the water there, it is definitely still putting down the rain. This is so beautiful. On the other side, we have some more jumping water, which reminds me so much of the jumping water over by the Imagination Pavilion. Now, none of this is motion activated right here or over by Te. She's more of a photo spot, and there is definitely a very long line to get a photo with her. I decided to skip out on that today, but wow, this is so cool. Next up, we're headed up on River. We are all Voyagers. Let's keep going past the jumping water. It jumps up here a little bit too. Let's see if it'll go back up there. I actually think it starts down at the bottom and then makes its way all up. There it is. So cool. You guys can probably tell. Hopefully the camera's picking it up. It is pouring down the rain. So we've got another spot over here, and again, one of those interactive symbols to stand on. And here, when we raise our arms, water comes out. Oh, look at that! When everybody does it together, a big stream of water. Now here, mine keeps coming out because of my umbrella, and when I lift my umbrella up and down, it's coming out. This is so cool! They have also all these little domed features that kind of like water mushrooms throughout the entire experience. And I just saw our first character. I haven't been on the lookout for them because it's been raining, but here is the crab from Moana. It has really started to rain here, so it's kind of making it hard to film, but we're gonna keep powering through. Next to ocean. The ocean is our friend. Arriving to this joyful tide pool, our water is ready to travel beyond the reef, just like Moana. And as we walk over our next feature, here is Moana. There's a lot of characters in the stonework here at the Moana walkthrough or journey water. I haven't pointed all of them out, so. All right, we've got our next interactive spot. It says jump on that symbol to help send the water back to the sky. Oh my gosh. There's also some fun little splash pads over here. Lots of kids over here playing in it. This is gonna be great for little kids. I've been walking around this area, actually FaceTiming a family member that couldn't be here, and I wanted to show you guys this part that I missed. It was the little coconut guys from Moana, and they spit water out, and that's over here by this jumping water splash area that the little kids have been loving. So definitely make sure to bring a change of clothes. There is also baby Moana from the earlier part of the movie where she touches the water coming down into a waterfall. Something else we also missed on our initial walkthrough is this waterfall that runs into the water over by Te. And this is all themed to lake. All water is connected. I really like that they added some coverage in some of the areas that you can play. So when it is actually hot, or like today, just continuously raining, you are gonna get a little coverage. And I've got another character I missed on my first walkthrough. We've got Pua. He's over by this spring area. There's also lots of seating. There's some actually built into the rockwork, but they've also got little benches out. So parents, you guys can sit down and just kind of let your kids play. The jumping water is just everywhere here. I also just realized that when you're waving your hand, these baskets right here are actually the sensors that are looking for your hand. If you look really closely, you can kind of see the cameras in them. And the last piece is the sky. Water knows the way, and we can hear We Know the Way playing in the background. It's all that foggy mist we kind of saw when we first came in. And we've got a shell here. This is so beautiful. And then if we come out to the exit, and for all my water bottle people out there, as you come out of the exit, we've got a new water bottle refill station. I really liked Moana Journey of Water. I did not know kind of what I was gonna think of it going in. I was like, okay, like, is it gonna be exciting? You know, it's not a ride. What am I gonna think of this? And I know there's been some very like half and half reviews of what people thought it was going to be. And honestly, I really liked it. Yes, it is, you know, just a walkthrough attraction. It's nothing fancy as far as like a ride goes, but the theming is beautiful. They've done a really good job of just making it feel like you are not in Epcot anymore. You have actually truly like stepped in to the world of Moana. All of the water preview or like little water interactive things are so cool. Kids are going to love it, which makes me say, parents, either bring a bathing suit or a change of clothes, because your smaller kiddos are going to want to play in that water and they are going to get wet, which is going to be awesome on hot days. Like next summer, I can't wait to go over there and cool down a little bit. I personally really enjoyed it. Now that does open on October 16th. We were at a pass holder preview today, and I'm hoping maybe I can come back over here this week and do another preview to see it at nighttime. I 10 out of 10 definitely recommend coming over and seeing it. Yes, it's not a ride, but it's so cool. Like, it just reminds me of some of the cool innovations of the old version of Epcot, and I think it's a really great addition, and the kids are going to love it. The adults are gonna love it when it's hot. So keep that in mind. It opens up on October 16th, and I do suspect that it's gonna be busy through the rest of the year, but hopefully next year and this winter when it's cold, I'll be curious to see if they turn off some of those interactive pieces when it's cold. We'll see this January, but I definitely think this is a really great addition to Epcot, and I can't wait to see what else happens with the reimagination of Epcot. So of course, within minutes of walking out of Moana Journey of Water, it stopped raining. But we're going to make our way over to Guardians of the Galaxy. I got up this morning at 7 and got a virtual queue, and it's just gonna end in just a few minutes. So we're going to make our way across the park and go ride Guardians of the Galaxy. We've made it over to Guardians. It stopped raining. There's definitely some more storm clouds in the background. Let's go ahead and jump on. Now that we've ridden Guardians and I got Disco Inferno this time, I still haven't gotten Everybody Wants to Rule the World. I don't think I'm ever gonna get it. We are actually gonna head over toward the Land Pavilion to go to Seasons to try the new annual pass holder Oswald treat that's over there. I tried to try it the other day and they were actually sold out, so we're gonna try again and see if we can try it. We're gonna head into the land and downstairs to Season to try this new treat. Seasons is a quick service restaurant that is down in the bottom of the Land Pavilion across from Living with the Land and Soarin, and they sell a variety of several different things of all different natures of dinner food and breakfast food and lunch food. Now we're going in here today to try the new annual pass holder treats. Disney started doing this recently. They did it with Figment, and now they are doing it with Oswald. So here is our Oswald cake. Now you can only get this if you're an annual pass holder. Walk over to the dessert section of Seasons. They don't have an advertisement or anything, and just ask for the Oswald cake. Now they only get so many of them a day, so you're gonna come like earlier in the day, because about 5 o'clock, sometimes even 4 o'clock on a busy day, they're gonna be sold out of them. They also have a milkshake. I was not interested in the milkshake. So here's a look at our Oswald treat. It's got his little ears on the top. It's just so cute, and it looks delicious. Look at this cake. It has like this jelly mousse right here that looks delicious. I cannot wait to try this. All right, let's get our first bite. Let's see if I can get a little bit of each part. Okay, oh gosh, it's messy. It's coming apart. It doesn't want to come apart. Here we go, I got it. We've got a little bit of that marshmallow, a little bit of that like chocolate cream stuff, and then the brownie that's on the bottom. Let's give it a try. This is a big bite. Okay, that is really good. It's cold. I did not expect it to be cold. But now that I think about it, he did pull it out of like a refrigerator thing. Probably because of the mousse, they have to keep it cold. This is really good. Wow, let's get a little bit of that like marshmallow. I think it's marshmallow. It might be like a white cream. Okay, no, it's not marshmallow. It looks like a marshmallow though. It's some sort of like white mousse cream. And now a little bit of that like chocolate cream. Let's see what it tastes like. Okay, so that's kind of like a milk chocolate mousse that's there in the center. And then the bottom is just a brownie. But all three together, this is delicious. Now, there was a figment treat a few months ago. I think that was like back in May, but it was all grape flavored. I'm not a grape person, so I didn't try it. But I'm a chocolate girly. Chocolate, cheese, and bacon are my favorite things. So I always have to try all the new chocolate treats here in Walt Disney World. And this is delicious. All my annual pass holders out there, come and get this because this is good. All right, so I was able to finally finish that off, and I've been sitting here just drying out because I got so wet this morning. Like, it wasn't even raining that hard, but when you stand out in the rain long enough, it doesn't matter if you have an umbrella, you're getting wet. My dress was wet on the tops up here, the bottom of it, and then of course, I carried a loungefly today. My poor Winnie the Pooh loungefly. He is like soaking wet through the top of here. And I just want to warn you guys, if you are planning on carrying loungeflies to Walt Disney World, they are not waterproof. This zipper through the top up here, the water leaks through. It goes through and everything inside will get wet. Like the whole inside liner is damp. Like it's wet in there. Oh, I hate that. So that's just something to keep in mind. If you are coming and you're gonna use loungeflies, make sure that you bring a jacket or a poncho that can cover that loungefly, because most personal umbrellas won't cover your back very well, because this, you know, kind of extends out from your back. And your loungefly is gonna get wet and everything in it is gonna get wet. But on to the actual treat itself. I completely finished it, it's gone. I really, really, really liked that. I am a chocolate person though. I love chocolate. Anything chocolate, bacon, cheese, or like bread slash pasta, I'm gonna be trying here at Walt Disney World because they're some of my favorite things. And this was delicious. I loved it. It reminded me a lot of the treats that Disney used to have a few years ago. I feel like over time, like the pastries have really changed in the past few years here, but this was delicious. This reminded me a lot of this one mousse chocolate thing they used to have over in Hollywood Studios. I think it was Star Wars themed, but this was really good. The brownie was fresh, it was moist. The mousse, chef's kiss, it was so good. I loved the mousse, and the white mousse on top, how they made that look like a marshmallow, but it wasn't really a marshmallow, which I was really happy about because I am not like a big marshmallow fan. It was like a white mousse on top, like a white chocolate. So good. I loved the entire thing. If you are a pass holder, come over and get this. And Disney, keep doing these themed treats for annual pass holders. I love that they're doing this. And also, if you're an annual pass holder, make sure to go get your Oswald magnet over in Connections. I already went and got mine, and I will link that video up in the card. But come and get these treats if you're an annual pass holder. It's delicious. So we are currently celebrating the Disney 100th anniversary here in Epcot now through the end of the year. But they did actually do something else here in the Land Pavilion for the Disney 100th, and that has to do over at Soarin. So if you remember in the early 2000s when Soarin opened, it was Soarin over California, and then it changed sometime, I don't remember when, to Soarin all around the world. Well, for the Disney 100th, they have brought back Soarin' over California, and we get to smell the oranges again. So I'm so excited. I'm actually gonna look real fast. Let's see what the wait time is. It's just right across the walkway, but I'm not gonna walk over there. Let's see what the wait time is. Oh, it's 60 minutes. It was 30 earlier. I should have went over there earlier. That's okay. We're gonna get in line. It's gonna be a long line. It's gonna be a 60-minute line. We're gonna do it since we're over here. And let's go smell those oranges. So you can see they've added the little Disney 100 emblem for Soarin' over California.
Hello, and welcome to Soarin'. My name is Patrick, and I'll be your chief guide. We'll be getting boarding in a few minutes, but first I'd like to acquaint you with some important safety information. When the doors to your flight open, please take a seat. Store all carry-on items in the under seat compartment. This includes cameras, purses, hats, and of course, these are these. For takeoff.
So our next stop is going to be Journey into Imagination with Figment, and then at the end, we're gonna meet Figment.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to our special drive-through open house. I'm Dr. Michael Channing, Chairman of the Imagination Institute. Hello. On your tour, you'll see how the 5 human senses can help capture your imagination.
Oh, can I go too?
Absolutely not. This is one of our discoveries, the figment of imagination.
Yeah, I know all about the senses. There's sight, sound, smell, touch, coochie-coochie-coo, and taste. Taste my chicken. Can I go? Please, please, please.
No, I don't want you out of my sight.
Out of sight? Okay. Come on, everybody. Here we go.
Figment, you are not to interfere with the tour. Our first stop is the sound lab. We'll begin by testing your hearing with a series of tones. Left ear, right ear. Left, right. What? This is odd. Hello?
Hello.
Who is this?
It's Figment.
Figment? I thought I told you not to interfere.
But you've got it wrong, Doc. It's not about listening with your ears. It's about listening with your imagination.
Now I've completely lost my train of thought.
No, you haven't. It's over here. All aboard. Woo-woo! Next stop, imagination. For every sound your ears are hearing, 1,000 thoughts can start appearing, and each of us imagines different things. From just a sound, your mind has wings.
Continuing now, if I may, in a calm, scientific, figment-free manner, the things we see with our eyes can control the eyes of the imagination. Let's begin by using the eye chart to test your vision. Now, all together, if you would please read line 3 and
With F-I-G-M-E-N-T, you can see things differently. Sure, you can see with your eyes, but imagine what you could see if you used your imagination. Follow the bouncing figment. One spark of light can light your fancy. Your mind sees more than what your eyes see. Your sense of sight can make your fancy fly.
I say imagination must be captured and controlled.
Imagination wants best when it's set free. Just turn your imagination loose and anything can happen.
Figment? He's gone. Our research shows that smells often trigger the imagination, especially when pleasant, familiar smells come into play.
Come into play? I'd love to.
Figment, this is not a good time.
It's always a good time to use your imagination, so let the good times roll. Woo! You win 1 cent.
Don't! Oh, that really stinks.
Of course, Doc. The nose knows. One awful whiff can send you reeling. One lovely sniff can be appealing. Your honey bun. Pink is not a rose.
You know, I'm sorry, but after that big stink in the smell lab, I hesitate to send you into the touch and taste labs. Perhaps I should end my open house right here.
Great idea. We'll go to my open house instead. It's much more fun. Right this way, everybody.
Figment, what is going on? You're turning this entire open house upside down.
Upside down? Now you're talking. That's the best idea you've had all day. With just a spark of inspiration, I made my house an innovation. Imagination really bounds around. Things down, tied up, and upside down. Now here's the real open house. Come on in. So what do you think? Me? Imagination wonderful imagination.
I do? Oh, yes. Well, thank you, Figment. And so, as you can plainly see, imagination works the best when it's set free.
You said it, Doc. Imagination is a blast.
One little spark of inspiration.
So as you come off the ride, you are going to follow Figment's feet to Welcome to Imagination Works, the What Ifs Lab. Here is where we are going to meet Figment himself. Seen you. You look fabulous today. Well, can we get a picture? Yeah. So as you guys saw, we were finally able to meet Figment, and as I came outside, it's actually starting to rain again, so I'm hiding underneath one of the pavilions over here by the Imagination Pavilion. But meeting Figment was so fun. He's so cute. I'm so glad there's a meet and greet for Figment back. But I will say, I do kind of agree that his face looks just a teeny tiny bit like Snoop Dogg, like all the internet memes I'm seeing on Facebook and Instagram. Like he definitely, he has that face, like he looks like it. But it was so fun meeting him. If you're a Figment fan, you've got to come over here and meet him. Now, be warned, his line is a little long, but they are like rotating him very fast. His breaks aren't very long, so they're moving the line very quickly. So it's worth getting in line, even though it's long. It's gonna move a lot faster than you think. I waited about 25 minutes, which for Figment, as popular as he is, I don't think that's too bad. Now, he does not sign autographs. He gives you a little card that I'm looking for here. Let's see, I think it's actually down in my pocket. So hold on just a second. Let's see if I can pull it out here. So yeah, so you get this. It says the Imagination Institution on one side and then Figment on the other. So if you're a Figment fan, you've got to come over here and meet him. You also do not have to ride the ride to meet Figment. You can meet him and Joy in the gift shop for the Figment ride, and you don't have to ride it. You can just walk up to the Imagination Pavilion, keep walking left, and you will walk right into the gift shop, and you can walk back to the back to meet Figment. So I've made my way over from the Imagination Pavilion to take a look at some of the Center Epcot Hub construction. Now, this building used to be where you could meet Mickey and Minnie and some of their friends, and it has been closed down now for at least 3 or 4 years. Disney did state at D23 that this should open by the end of the year, and boy, they have made some progress since we were here last. They've added all of this white speckled siding here. We've got some orange, like, safety nets up there where they're adding these platforms. They're definitely making some progress over here. We've got some new trees. Looks like they're kind of some sort of magnolia trees along here. They're getting close because they're now starting to add some of the larger foliage. They're starting to add some raised platforms. You can see everywhere that orange mesh is lining the top of a platform. I'm assuming that's going to be like awnings, which is going to be great for days like this when it pours down the rain all day, but they're making some good progress over here. They've also had these walls up over here in Epcot for quite some time. We can actually see a little bit of it today. There is no announcement or anything that's going to be over there. I don't know if it's going to be a seating area, maybe a new food area, but it does look like we've got some concrete making like borders for maybe seating or something. I'm curious to see what's going on over there because that's the first we've seen of that, I think, ever. That concrete looks a lot like these sorts of concrete berms that we have that line the sidewalk. And for everybody who's after that Disney 100 bucket, as I suspected, it's still around. I definitely think Disney purchased enough for this to last the rest of the year. Now we're gonna head into Creation Shop. I know there's a couple new pairs of princess ears, so let's see if they have hit Epcot yet. They've got something back in stock that I feel like I haven't seen in such a long time, and that is the Mickey Mouse character mitts. These are $25. They've had these for as long as I can remember, but I feel like they're never in stock. So here in creation shops and most of the gift shops here in Walt Disney World, if you're in one of the bigger ones, they do have a whole section of t-shirts that are buy two and get them for $25 each, so $50 for two. And there are some new ones here in Epcot. We've got a new Muppets one. Everything is better at Disney World. I really like that one. We've got a new Grumpy one, a new Stitch one, as well as a new Pride Walt Disney World t-shirt. These go in and out of stock all the time, and each park has a tendency to have different ones, but these are definitely worth coming and looking at. This one's new as well because they're comfy t-shirts to wear on your vacation. So I don't see any of the new ears. There's new Belle ears and new Elsa ears, but they do still have the new Figment ears in stock. No sighting of the backpack though. It is sold out here and it is sold out on Shop Disney. And with that, that's going to be our day here at Epcot. I had such a good day today, even through the rain. We had such a good time. The nice thing about the rain is it has a tendency to run a lot of the crowd out. I had such a good time seeing Moana this morning. Like, that beat my expectations. I didn't know what to think, but I really, really liked it. I can't wait for it to officially be open and we can maybe go in there and take some cool photos. We got to ride Soarin over California, and as well as try some new treats. It was a good Epcot day. If you guys like this video and want to see other ones like it, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so that you are notified every time a new video goes up. Hit the like button if you liked this video, and I will see you guys next time.